Amigos. I came to your fantastic country back in the days when I came to Norway, because in Spain the only thing we know is football. You know, we were not good with money, so we were hit hard by el grande crisis del financio. Yep, and you Norwegians, you would have to Google financial crisis. Okay? So that's why I come here back in the days looking for work. And looking for work as a Latino is not easy. You know, many Norwegian guys a little bit afraid of Latinos. They think we come here to take the jobs and the women, and therefore they're afraid of us. And I can't blame them, because we do. And we do it good, you know. But I came here and it was not easy to get a job in Norway. I had to start on the bottom of the food chain. I started working in a little shitty downtown restaurant in Oslo, a restaurant called Restaurant Bagatelle. And we all have to start somewhere, you know. And my boss, I think you know him, he's a big celebrity in Norway. His name is Eivind Hellstrøm. Yes, you know him, you know him. He's superstar on television. He's señor muy simpático on television. In the kitchen, he's el grande diablo mucho loco. Muy temperamente. But still, I'm grateful to this very day, because he gives me a chance to come work for him in the Restaurant Bagatelle when I came here as a young Latino back in the days. And he told me that in order to understand the restaurant business, I would have to work in the back office, as you would call it. I had to do the platas, I had to clean the plates. And I did it for 24 months before I got promotion, and I became the pride and joy of La Familia back home in Barcelona. I was the first waiter, and I never forget my first evening as a waiter, because I have this cocky gringo from a place called Holmenkollen. You know it, apparently. Holmenkollen, where the really rich Norwegians are living, you know. This guy, he steps down from the mountain, slick Rick hairdo, thin mustache, you know, bad-looking version of me, basically, and he comes in with a platinum credit carta, oil dripping from his pants. He was from Norway, and he comes to sit down at my table. And first thing he does, when he sits down, with his elbow, he bumps the spoon so it falls down on the floor. Now, normally that would piss me off, but I had a good day, you know, so I dig into my goodie bag, and there's a lot of stuff down there. I also find a spare spoon. And since the gringo just dropped his on the floor, he didn't see that one coming. He was surprised, you know. I put it right next to him, on the table, and he looks at me like most of you are looking at me right now with the big blue question mark look to Norwega. He looks at me and says, how in heaven's name did you know I was going to drop the spoon on the floor? You like my accent? I like your accent, see? And I look at the gringo, I say, well, amigo, we have a special visitor here in the Restaurant Bagatelle, who is called an efficiency expert. And he teaches us 25% of Norwegian guests, they drop the spoon on the floor on first restaurant visit. 25% is a big number. In Sweden, it's 75% actually. It's true. And that's why I keep spare spoon in pocket, just to be prepared in case of emergency. Gringo muy content. Oh, thank you for telling me your professional secrets, Mr. Spain. And I didn't know that he knew, but I was Mr. Spain in 2001. But yeah, that's a finger. And I keep serving him throughout the dinners, no problema whatsoever, until the end of the meal. And those of you who remember the end of the meal at Restaurant Bagatelle, it means bill time. Mucho expensivo. So my colegas, they teach me when it comes to bill time, Pablo, you have to sneak up behind the guests, drop the bill, and get the heck out of there before they manage to react. That's what I do, but I was too slow. You know, we call that RI back in the days, way before AI that everybody's talking about now. This was RI, rapid invoicing. And I was not rapido enough. I make the drop, the gringo turns around, serious look on his face, waves me over. Waiter, please come back in. I think he was not content to con mi servicio, so I go into the humble mode. I do that very occasionally. I walk up and say, Senora, you're not content, are you not happy? He says, no, I'm very content, but I must admit one thing. Okay, what is it? I must admit, you know, I have been looking at you the entire evening. You know, at least he had good taste, but that's not my shit. You know, I don't do that. I'm old school. We can love who we love. That's not the problem here, but I'm just old school. I'm into chicas. I don't play ball in the same alley. You know what I mean? And I have to tell him without offending him, you know. So I think maybe I should be honest. That's the best thing most of the time. And I say, Senor, I have to disappoint you. I've got 14 kids with 12 different turistas. So don't go there. And he looks at me and says, no. I was not looking at you in that way. But I did notice something about your crutch. And I think to myself, you're not the first. I mean, well, I didn't say that, of course. That's what I thought. And I asked him, what did you see, senor? Well, I noticed you have a little string. You know, elastica, point. And you have it attached to your zipper. And I say, wow, that is a good observation. Now let me guess, you wonder why I have a string attached to my fly. As a matter of fact, yes, I do. Once again, amigo, it is the efficiency expert. He teaches us, when you work as a waiter, we do everything to make you happy. In Bajatel and aquí, we serve the food, we take the platas, we pour the wine, we go pipis, we go caca. You know, sometimes we even wash our hands. This was before the pandemic. And that all takes a lot of time. So in order to save time, the efficiency expert, he teaches us to attach string to the pipi thing. So we have to go, we just pull down, let it flow, very clean, very time-saving, mucho eficiente. And Gringo, oh, thank you, so interesting to learn from you, ordinary person, thank you. I think he was done, you know, I go back to the kitchen, I was wrong. On my way back, he waves me over. Waiter, please come back here. Out of general Norwegian curiosity, I do indeed have one final question for you. Okay, what is it? I was just wondering when you, as you say, are done with the PP routine, how in heaven's name do you manage to put your PP equipment back into your pants? I look at him, I say, well, I don't know about mi colegas, but personally, senor, I use the spoon. Gracias. That's a true story from back in the days, but here we are all about quality, even though we're Clarion, and I see you have nothing to worry about anyway, because the spoons are too small. If there's any questions or complaints whatsoever about the servicio, the food, the practicalities, come to me and I will in person see to it you'll never walk again. Okay, my friends? Now it's time to stop talking and start celebrating. The main man, Mr. O to the V to the E, as you call him, Ove, is ready to do his thing. So get ready for the awards show. Thank you for your attention and have a fantastic evening. Gracias.